twice. Just got back from the gym. Drinking a smoothie. Is that too much sugar? Is that bad? I'm sure there's gonna be dudes that tell me, what the hell are you doing, man? What the hell are you doing? You're gonna get fat. You're gonna die. You're gonna get a heart attack. You're gonna get diabetes. Dude, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy that, like, there's a dude that's, like, ripped doing literally every single diet you could think of. Anything you could think of, there's a dude that's ripped doing it. There's probably multiple dudes that are ripped doing it. Dudes that, like, fast for 4 days. There's dudes that are ripped doing that, you know? Then there are dudes that eat every 3 hours. They'll never fast, ripped. There's dudes that eat only organs, you know, only animal organs, ripped. There's dudes that eat only leaves, ripped. There's dudes that drink only smoothies. It's all liquid diet, ripped. They probably got the runs, but ripped. Everybody's got, the crazy thing is, bro, like, these guys just haven't realized yet. They just haven't been on the planet long enough. Like, there's dudes out there that still think that, like, they're like, oh yeah, I gotta, like, I only, like, everybody has to eat like this, and then everybody will get healthy. It's like there's also a lot of examples of people eating like that, whatever you think it is, whatever you think the way is, that eat like that, and they're huge, bro. They're fucking obese. They're really out of shape, really unhealthy. Same goes for all sorts of exercise routines. There's some dude that's ripped that never does cardio. He never lets his beats per minute get above 180. That's actually pretty high, isn't it? He never lets his beats per minute get above like 110 or 120 or 130 or something like that. He doesn't even walk, you know? He just lifts weights, ripped. Then there's dudes that run ultra marathons every weekend, ripped. There are dudes that run ultra marathons every weekend that look like trash. There are dudes that only lift that look like trash. Like, how have people not realized this yet? Like, it's like, have you not been on the planet long enough? Have you not been paying attention? Pay attention. Of course, we don't know what these people, you know. I have some theories, but they're only theories. I know that they're probably not correct, but dude, I think that there's something that goes on that within your body that stores fat on you. I think it's like a stress response, like some sort of, I think it has to do with energy, like an energy deficiency. I think people that are in like although it affects different people, you know, some people that are in sort of states of survival mode, I call it survival mode, that can make a lot of people fat. And then for some people that makes them really skinny, though. It makes them like anorexic, you know. Some people, like, dude, I don't know how this shit works. I don't know how it works. I know that you know, you guys might find it surprising, but I used to look a lot worse than I do now. But, yeah, just, dude, like, it's just crazy, bro. Like, diets are, I don't understand why everybody's so, like, fixated. Like, oh, you gotta only eat this or all this or all that. It's like, bro, there's a study that supports everything nowadays. Oh, did you see a study? But they did a study, and this study counteracts that study. But blah, 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 blah. It's like, okay, but I can cite a study that contradicts that study though. There's a study that cites something that's opposite of that. So like, now what? Oh, but who did the study? Oh, what's the control? It's like, really? Are we getting into studies now? You work at Jiffy Lube. I pull things upstairs. We don't need to be talking about studies. Come on. Come on. It's just ridiculous, man. How do dudes even live with themselves? Kidding. So, but I was making this video just because, you know how I said I was gonna like, well, that I did, like cancel my lease, or I'm not gonna re-up my lease. I'm gonna move out at the end of the month, and I was gonna go to Europe for 2 months, and I quit my job and all that stuff. Sounded pretty good. Sounded pretty badass, didn't it? Yeah, so no. So that I went back on that. So that's not a thing anymore. I went back into my little cocoon of, they call it your comfort zone. Because it's very comfortable. And it's also smart, like financially. So I went back into it. I told Kafang, I told the Asians that I'd re-up for another lease. So I'm staying here. I'm staying in the basement, boys. I'm not going anywhere. Europe's gonna have to be postponed. Look, I think I just ejaculated too much. And when you ejaculate too much, you just get these, you start trying to force things. You start trying to force your life. And in my drainedness, in the sacklessness, I started to make irrational decisions, and I started to try to force my way through life. And also from my drainedness, I started thinking in a very place of lack, a mindset of scarcity. Honestly, bro, like, I think I just lost my mind. I just lost my mind, bro. I was doing Zins, no longer doing the Zins. I haven't done the Zins for like 3 weeks. I'm never going back to that, bro. That shit numbs me out. It makes me feel like it's terrible. I don't know how people do nicotine, bro. Like, how? It zaps all my motivation to do anything. But I think I just lost my mind. I think I lost my mind for a bit. And I just got these wild ideas, and I was going to make my life harder on purpose. And yeah, there's a case to be made of like, this is what they say, right? They say step outside your comfort zone. If you don't know, if you can't see the path forward, then you're on the right path. You've all heard this, right? You've all heard this. The last thing you want to do is just stay where you're at. That's death. If you stay doing the job that you're doing and living where you're living, you're going to die. You're going to die. That's death. And this is what we're told, right? These are all the posters. Those are all the motivational coaches are selling you, right? But the thing is, I think you can't force life to happen, that you have to let it happen. And it's just my theories, bro. But I think that if I amass enough semen in my balls, I think I will literally be shot out of here like a cannon without me even trying. I felt anytime I get in situations in life where I feel like I'm forcing things, I feel like I'm trying to think my way out of things. This is what the problem was. I got in this period where I was like, okay, I'm gonna move out of this place, which is a great deal, by the way. A great deal, bro. This is $1,000 a month with all utilities included, everything, internet, water, all that stuff. And it's almost like I live by myself because they rarely come down here. They throw my mail at me like I'm a pigeon. They throw the mail down the stairs because, you know, his father was like bringing them down here. He was like coming down every time I had mail and like handing it to me. I was like, come on, bro. Like this is degrading, like, to him. I was like, you can't be doing this. Like I'm not royalty. Like I am, but you know, I'm the royalty that wants you to feel like you're me. You know, like I'm on your level. You know what I mean? Yes, I know that I'm leagues above you, but um I don't need to be treated like that. I'm a good king. So I went up there one day and I told, because his father doesn't speak English, I told the son, I said, your father, I really appreciate that he comes down and hands me my mail, but um, he doesn't have to do that. He can just throw it, you know, throw it down the stairs or something like that. So now he throws it. So now like I'll be walking to the kitchen and just mail just like hits my face. Like last night, mail just like dropped in my path. And I was like, oh, thank you. Oh yeah, yes, my show. Yeah. That's all he knows. He just knows my show. Um, lovely guy. Lovely guy. Although they getting, dude, there was 1 month, like the first couple months that I was here. I don't know what it was. Um, but and I know I'm getting sidetracked, but bear with me. Um, the first couple months that I was here, I swear there was a monthly fight between them, and they would fight like, bro. I've never heard anything like this. The the stamina, like the stamina that they had to keep this fight going, they were shouting like so loud, and it was late at night. I was like, oh no, is this gonna be a thing? It was like 10 at night. I was like, is this? I can't deal with this, man. They just gonna be shouting like every week, late at night, and just, bro, they were shouting like I've never like, and it was for hours. It was like 2 hours long, just like a screaming match. I was like, you guys gotta. I mean, I almost started cooking because I was like, I was gonna bring it up to them like some sort of big old rice dish because you guys need some calories after that. You guys need some water, you know, like I guess like I'm just your I guess I'm just your water boy, like, you know, your nutrition coach, your health and fitness guy. Eh, I mean, you know, I just didn't want them to like faint up there. But anyway, um, I think what I was saying is I was forcing things. This is a great deal. I have my own kitchen. I have like my own bathroom and everything. It's a good deal, dude. Like I'm actually happy here. And like most women, the thing is, most women will walk in here and they'd be like the carpet's not great. The carpet could be a lot better. I'm not a fan of the carpet, bro. The carpet's trash. There's like stains and shit. I don't know how many people have lived here before me. But aside from the carpet, I think there's a little bit of mold growing like in the bottom corner of like the kitchen area, but what's a little mold gonna do, bro? Um, I'm happy here. Like I actually like it. Like I'm like, this is a great setup for me. And it just fell, you know, just came to me like it's been great. It's been great. The Asians don't really talk to me. I love it. I love it. I get my own entrance. I have my little back patio. Um, like I like this place, and I'm very grateful. this is what I'm trying to impart to you guys is like, you have to be grateful. I'm grateful for my basement. And this is what I kind of got away from when I started, releasing to Angel Youngs on the sites is like, you look at too much Angel Youngs like getting DP'd and like you start to not be grateful for your basement. That's $1,000 a month. And I was just bro, I was like, I was thinking of all these things that I had to do. I was gonna have to do something with my car. Where was I gonna move? I was planning on moving down to live with my really good buddy, like who's like an hour and a half away from me. But then I'm gonna have to get an apartment. It's gonna be a lot more money. I'm gonna have to pay for utilities. I'm gonna have to buy all this furniture because a lot of this furniture is not mine. And so like now I'm paying more money, and then I don't have a job, right? So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna have to make YouTube work, but then like being a full-time YouTuber is kind of gay. I don't even know if I want to be a full-time YouTuber. Like, like I don't really have that much to say. I can't get in front of a camera every day. Like I'm a fully seated male. Like, I don't know. Like there's just shit to do. Like I need to pull some shit upstairs. I need things to suck. Like if you're fully seated, like you need some things to suck. And more to the point is like, we have these ideas of like what we want our life to be like, but like you really have to throw that out, especially when you start retaining, when you start to amass semen and therefore energy, and you start to channel more energy. You're a more powerful energy conduit in this world. It's no longer up to you. Like you don't, this isn't your life. You were put here for a purpose, and whether you like it or not, you're going to serve that purpose. So you might as well just accept it, because every effort that you make to go against that, you're just going to be met with suffering. It's just, your life is just going to get harder. You can't delay your destiny. You know what I mean? And my destiny right now is living under a couple Asians in a basement and pulling stuff upstairs for a living, heavy stuff upstairs for a living. Look, we don't pick. None of us pick. But I have a duty to do, The world needs me right here. And again, like more to the point, my boss was trying to replace me. And like I'm really close with my boss. He really likes me. Because dude, I'm literally like the best one. Like it sound like, I know everybody says that, like, oh, I'm the best worker there. Oh, I'm the hardest worker there. But bro, come on, bro. I tell you my ejaculation schedules, you know that I'm telling the truth. And I'm saying, if I tell you that I looked at Angel Youngs last night, like, that, like, if I tell you that I'm good at my job, like I'm the best at my job, like, that I'm not, like, I'm telling the truth. I'm not just a dude who like tries to always make myself look good. I told you I looked at, Rhea's son getting pissed on the other day. Which that was still wild, man. But I don't even know why I talk about this, because it's like, now I'm thinking about it. No, I'm not gonna do it, dude. I have a smoothie and I'm safe. I'm safe. I worked out a lot today. It was a hard workout. I might have overdid it. But I mean, you have to get, you have to get the energy out in productive ways, So what I'm saying is, I was trying to figure out life, and I lost sight of the fact that I've been given everything, and I already have everything. I have so much more than most people on this planet. Like, I'm incredibly grateful for what I have. I have like a quiet place where I can like make videos. I have my own kitchen. It's kind of a half kitchen. It doesn't have a stove or an oven, but I have an air fryer. I make do. There's a laundry. There's laundry right there. I can do my laundry. I have running water, hot water, cold water. I have heat, AC. I have a great job. Well, I mean, it pays a lot, or it pays a lot better than most delivery jobs do. I will say that. Now, of course, I don't make like a lot of money. Like I don't make anywhere close to, like $100,000 a year. But like I don't need all that. It's just me. And like I'm actually happy, bro. Like I can watch my tennis, like I have a TV, like so it's like you start to get these ideas of like you start to get ungrateful at any moment. You're like, oh, I don't want to do this job, or oh, I don't want to live here. I want to live somewhere better. Or there's little things that you have to deal with. It's like, bro, it's never going to be perfect. And more to the point, like if you, as long as you're retaining semen and amassing energy within you and doing all the right things and being productive, you will be taken where you are needed. Life will escort you there seamlessly. So if you're not where you think you should be right now, it's because you shouldn't be there right now. It's just as simple as that. You shouldn't be there right now. And you think that you should, but you shouldn't. You got to distinguish, your own voice from God's, the man upstairs. Or, some people think the devil's in charge of this shit. What is it? The demiurge? So, take a moment. If you're feeling like, you're forcing things, the way I know that I'm forcing things is I'm starting to think a lot. Like I'm starting to think about how to do things. Like, okay, I need to do this. And I'm writing a ton of stuff down, looking at like my budget, and I'm like looking at a ton of different options, weighing the pros and cons, looking at all these possible things that I could do, possible outcome or ways forward. What's the next step? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, if I do this, I do that. And the thing is, I thought about it for like a month straight. And you know what happened at the end of that month? I couldn't figure out anything, bro. I was literally sitting here on my bed. I'm like, I can't figure this out. Like it don't matter all the numbers that I crunch, how hard I think about this stuff. I can't figure it out. And the thing is, I don't think I could figure it out is because there was nothing. I was thinking about something that just wasn't in the cards. Like it wasn't meant to happen. You're thinking about something that's not going to, all these things are not going to happen. Why don't you just stay put? Get on a good streak for a couple weeks and then reevaluate. And then once that happened, I came to my senses and I was like, I'm chilling, Now, of course, there's going to be one dude that's like, oh, this is cool. You got to go climb Everest, bro. Or you got to go hike the Pacific Coast Trail, or you got to go to Europe, or just, you got to spend money to make money, and, don't think about a job. The best people that became something, they weren't thinking about jobs, blah, 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 blah. Okay, true, but that might have been like their thing. Like that might have been something that seamlessly happened for them. Like it all just kind of fell into place. Or maybe they were just very much, this is going to get a bit esoteric, but they were meant to have a different experience of this simulation. You know, they're more, I would say they're more, they have different lessons to learn. They just have a different path, you know, and that sort of thing just doesn't, for a lot of us, that just don't work, you know. So anyway. I'm gonna watch some women's tennis tonight. You know, they say like women's sports sucks, and I would agree, but I do watch women's tennis. I mean, they're better than me, you know, so it's kind of interesting. It's kind of fun to watch. It's competitive. I don't know. Man. A fully seated male watching women's tennis. I get it. I'm not proud of it. But there ain't nothing else to do, bruh. Semifinals of the US Open. Check it out if you so desire. But yeah, I'll be listening to metal and watching this shit on mute. Stay full, boys. Stay full. Get after it. We got something to prepare for. I don't know what it is, but we all feel it. All right. That's it. That's the video.